What's going on, diamonds and gents? This is Miss Trade That Gem, and you are watching and listening to Gem Spot TV. I have wrote a blog on my blog site, which you can go to it. The link is always down below. Just been following up with this Keneeka Jenkins thing. It's really getting heavy because according to the activists that claim the family appointed him to represent them, Mr. Andrew Holmes allegedly stated that he was told that the actual video footage showed her walking into the freezer on her own recognizance on her own. And apparently that's not the video that was really released. That's not the video that was released. It just showed her walking in the hallway. She was stumbling. She looked very much so intoxicated. And it wasn't a regular intoxication. You know, it allegedly could be anything. There's no toxic screening that has said that it was something else in her system other than alcohol or anything like that. So I'm not going to speculate to anything until facts come out when it comes to this particular case. But apparently he lied because there was no footage of the girl walking into the actual freezer on her own. So the family has asked for people to go out and do a peaceful protest of the hotel so that they can get justice for Keneeka Jenkins. Now, let's talk. Y'all know I love dialoguing with y'all, so please, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. Leave a comment down below. We can absolutely dialogue. I personally think that why would you protest the hotel? The family has obtained a lawyer to try to get, access to the footage themselves. But now the footage is actually public from the hotel. So why are you still boycotting the hotel? That makes no sense to me. If you need to find out what happened with your child, you need to be questioning the friends that she was hanging with that night. I'm sorry. Why are we now, after the hotel has released the footage? I'm down for boycotting the hotel until you don't see the footage, okay? But you have seen the footage, or it is public knowledge of the footage of what happened. So now the hotel should not be being held accountable for the actions of teenagers drinking underage. Now what comes to play needs to be a full-on investigation of what happened and what took place. So that means that now it's out of the hands of the hotel. It then becomes in the hands of the Justice Department. And also you can hire your own private investigator to find out and get peace and justice for your child. Why is it that you are... And this is what I don't understand for all the people that are out there protesting now that the footage has been released. You're messing with the livelihoods of other people who have families they have to feed and all this and that, saying you want the hotel to be held accountable. For what exactly? It's not their responsibility that a young lady came to their hotel at 19 years old drinking and things of that nature. She's old enough if she got a credit card to get at 18 that I'm knowing to get her a hotel room. So it's not their responsibility to parent a 19-year-old girl that do not belong to them. That's not their job or their responsibility. At that point, the object and the objection is wrong. Now, all of this, it is a murder scene. We need to shut it down. Listen. The particular incident to where it happened, far as the freezing and all of that, yes, that should be sealed off and things like that. For investigation, even the hotel that she stayed in, or the hotel room that the friends and her were in, should be not rented out until everything is forensic, cleaned over, looked over, taken pictures of, and all of this and that. But far as the actual protest at the hotel, it's time to stop it. We out here acting, y'all, and then you got some protesters now They out there acting a total plum fool. I've watched so many different lives and video of people being loud and just ignorant out there. It's just really ridiculous. It's time to stop the protest. It's just what it is. The footage has been released. They don't know if the young lady walked in the freezer on her own or not. They don't know because it's not any footage to that has been released to the public. Okay, so with that being said, it's time to stop the protest. Now, I know granted a lot of y'all agree with the family. I want to know, why is it that you agree with the family? Far as protesting the hotel after the footage has been released. And also another thing I would love to know, why are you those that are protesting still after the footage has been released, protesting the hotel as if the hotel is the ones who put a drink down her throat, was hanging with her that night, and things of that nature. And I would love to know, why is it that the friends are not bringing forth information concerning this young lady's the night in question. So at this point, it's out of the hands of the hotel. They've done their job. Lead them people alone. Let those folks have a livelihood. It's time to move on. That's just how I feel about it. If you have any issues to what I'm saying, or you disagree, I love to dialogue with y'all. Comment that down below. Also, to the activists that stood up saying that you seen footage of this girl walking into a freezer. Sir, I need answers, because the the video that was released does not show that. You lied. Second thing, why is the Chicago activists going at each other's throat about this? Listen, the family didn't appoint any activists. They hired an attorney. Sit your tails down and stop with the foolishness. That's all I have to say. This has been Miss Trey That Gym, giving you the breaking news as always. You know what to do. Go to my website. If you have any comments, questions, or concern, you can actually see the footage. Links to the footage on my website, which is www.mstra-thatgem.com. Again, this is Miss Trey That Gym, and you're watching Gem Spot TV. Have joy, love, and be empowered in the 2017. You be blessed. Mwah.